Okay, so today we're taking a look at Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto on the Nintendo Switch. Does this close out the story arc as we wanted? Does it maintain the quality Bandai Namco delivered to the Switch with the original trilogy? That's what we're here to find out today, so hit subscribe, join our growing family. Over 1,000 of you have done just that in the last month alone. It's insane to me. And yeah, let's get started. It's a story mode, and there's actually going to be 3 modes you want to look into with this one. First up, you're getting the traditional story mode. Unlike the original trilogy, however, though, where they combined, free roaming movement around Naruto's world and then arena fights, here they've actually removed that free roaming and went for a more traditional and linear approach. This mode, though, I will say it's picking up immediately where the 3rd game finished. And this mode, it's going to give us the resolution to the 4th Great Ninja War. This mode now, it comprises of CG sequences, anime lifted straight from the show, and then of course the battles. Going in here, I can say it truly is story heavy, and there will be a whole lot of just watching and reading between fights. So if that's not your thing and you miss the idea of free roaming, you may want to look into one of the other options. The first one, it's adventure mode. In this mode, you're going to be picking up that free roaming experience and basically choosing between Naruto, Shikamaru or Gaara, each with their own story to tell. Here, I'd say expect a whole lot of, fetch quests, go from point A to point B, and more often than not, they're going to result in battles from the past, present, as well as just the opportunity, to be honest, to interact with some of your favourite characters from the anime. Last up then, Boruto's Tale, and it's obviously covering the storyline from the Boruto movie, and like adventure mode, again, it's combining free roaming and the battle mechanics. This, I will say, it was originally an expansion pass that we're now getting included for this complete edition. Now, while I will say I can't talk story really about those last 2 modes because, well, spoilers, do know that the intended order of play is this: story first, at least Naruto's arc in adventure mode, and then you can finally jump to Boruto's Tale. It's reasonable to expect a whole lot of gameplay story-wise here, that's more than fair to say actually, and overall as entries go, it's just as content-rich as the original trilogy. My only request would have been maybe like some sort of flashback at the beginning of story, just to give me a refresher on what happened during the first 3 games and give me some, some cool moments to reminisce over. Overall though, look, if you've never played a Naruto game or not watched the anime, you're going to be absolutely lost here. Do not start here, go play the original trilogy or just go watch the anime. Fans though, expect to be impressed with everything we're getting. So gameplay on this, straight up, absolutely the peak of the Ultimate Ninja Storm series when it comes to the arena fights you're going to be taking on. Like past entries and most arena fighters, it's not the deepest of control schemes, no complicated inputs or anything like that, but still there's a whole lot more going on than may first appear. Here you can expect standard attacks, blocks, thrown attacks, dash mechanics, chakra energy management, which is basically like a special meter. Even then you've got some items you can use in the lower left of the screen linked to the D-pad, everything from extra thrown attacks like bombs through to just health packs, which always come in useful. It's all then complemented with the introduction of free on free battles, where you can either call in these other ninjas for just simple assists or entirely switch out for them. And I've got to say, the combat in this game, or this series, has never felt so exciting as now. Like, just seeing these ninjas jump on screen and help you out just for even a moment is just such a badass experience, especially when you all get together and do a team special. Now, I will say as well, arena brawlers like this, they so frequently get a bad rep for being too easy. I promise you this 4th entry will kick your ass more than a few times, especially as you get past the story mode and then into the adventure. Then for story, yes, of course, the majority will be those 1 versus 1 battles and 3 versus 3. But I gotta say, that's not all. Here, you'll be battling tailed beasts, which are like huge monsters. You'll be facing quick time events, taking part in mob battles, which is you versus an army of enemies. So think like an arena take on Dynasty Warriors. And then even you'll be battling it out as a tailed beast yourself. Often, I've got to say, with each section of the story as well, it's going to combine these elements all together, just constantly keeping things things fresh. Then when it comes to adventure and Boruto mode for gameplay, it's the same core arena mechanics obviously, but it's attached to that free roaming around the Naruto world. There's not a huge amount to do here honestly, but you're going to find some collectibles, you're going to be able to interact with locals and probably characters you love that will of course push the story forward as well. Most of the interactions here though, I will say it's fetch quests in disguise, but it's such a great world to do it in. Outside of this then, I feel what most are here for: free battle and online play. Free battle, it actually consists of 5 modes. Survival, see how long you can last with 1 health bar over multiple fights. Tournament, which is a 4 to 8 player bracket mode, can be AI or local. Versus battle, again AI versus local, where you choose between either 1v1 or 3 versus 3. You've got League, a 4 player mode where you battle it out to be top of the table. And then last up, of course, you can expect a practice mode. I would say though, I'd strongly suggest everyone spend some time here in practice so you can learn the nuances of the combat. Last up then, what I think is the big one, online battle. And here we're getting a whole batch of modes again. We've got limited time events where you're going to take on challenges that rotate against AI opponents. Then if you beat them, it will result in rewards you can use. You of course then get ranked and unranked matches, you can take the tournaments and league modes online, and then there's even an endless mode where you basically just keep on fighting different online opponents until someone loses. And you're basically seeing who can be the most successful, who can win the most times in a row. All modes then, of course, let's talk roster, and it's huge. There's over 100 fighters here, there's collectibles to find, there's outfits to unlock, there's just so many reasons to revisit nearly every mode, because every fight in this story, every fight in adventure mode comes with a ranking system that unlocks rewards based on goals. Like let's say in a fight it might want you to take less than 20% damage and then you'll unlock a specific item. I think it's fair to say when it comes to content, Naruto Ultimate Ninja 4 is absolutely bringing everything it has to the table, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. So graphically speaking, even though it's not a huge step up from the third entry, it's still absolutely stunning. The cel shaded nature of the design reflects the anime so well, and then the inclusion of the story using direct anime clips just brings it all now together perfectly to respect the name it holds. Characters, animations, all of it, this is just absolutely peak Naruto, and a huge step up from, let's say, the first entry, which must be like 15 years old at this point, that we got on the Switch last year. What truly makes Naruto such a spectacle though, it's the special moves, and here they're not holding back with animations that are truly insane, while in keeping with the characters you're working with. Frame rate then, and it's perfect for every fight, there's no question about it. Fast, fluid, responsive. Sadly though, and this it's a big problem, I can't say the same for adventure mode. Docked, it's not so bad, there's a very slight drop every so often, but handheld, this jumps between like full natural speed and then nearly slow motion, nearly constantly. I just couldn't enjoy Adventure or Boruto's Tale handheld, with it just breaking the immersion for me entirely, and it just felt like the pacing was now entirely off because Naruto was kind of going at like this snail's pace. Also, both docked and handheld Adventure or Boruto's Tale suffer from a huge amount of popping with shadows around the world. It can also be said of the NPCs as well, but they've almost stylized this to make it look like it's on purpose, and I'm sure it's helping the game run so smoothly, with this world actually being quite big. Graphically, overall, it is a great looking game, but depending on if you're a handheld player, that could be a big decision point for you if you want to jump into this game's adventure mode. So audio last up, and there's not much to say because it's perfect. Honestly, music suits nearly every moment and obviously largely taken from the anime. Voice acting, you get the choice of English and Japanese depending on your preference, bringing back the cast as well. Battles sound epic with the weight behind the attacks, the weapons, the specials. And then yeah, I just honestly, hearing this one, I would say I wouldn't change a thing about it. It's just a well-rounded package where they capture everything you would expect of the anime, and that's all I can ask for. So yeah, let's move on. So overall, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto is a true love letter to Naruto. Closing out the story of the Fourth Great Ninja War, they just mirror the show entirely. If you didn't like the conclusion of the anime, Don't expect anything different here, basically. With that said though, fans, you should find a ton of content to dig into, whether you're looking for the now anime-infused story mode, or you just want to dive into the Boruto's Tale or the adventure mode. Then on top of this, throw in the 100+ characters, the online play, the huge amount of customizable options, the collectibles to find, the countless reasons to go back and do it all over again, and then even the single player options as well. As content goes, few games in the fight genre could even stand close to this one. Sadly though, with issues on the frame rate front for the free roaming segments in handheld mode, I'd suggest right now, if Adventure or Boruto's Tale is what you're looking for, wait on a patch or play docked only. It kinda sucks to say as well when everything is just so polished here. Judging this as a docked title, it's an easy, amazing 9 out of 10. Handheld, I'm down to a 7 sadly, because this issue really does heavily impact a big chunk of the experience. With that in mind though, I'm going to go in the middle of the road here, a great 8 out of 10, with a stipulation that you might want to knock off a few points if you're handheld only, and you might want to, bump it up 1 for if you're docked. This though, I think it's fair to say it's the best arena fighter on the Switch right now, beating out the likes of My Hero Academia and Kill la Kill. Thanks for watching. If we did help you out today, leave the video a like. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you disappointed with the handheld issues, or are you pretty much happy to stick to docked? And then yeah, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we do. Join our growing family here, and we'll see you all on the next video.